My earliest musical memories are of my dad singing. He had a wonderful tenor voice. He sang me to sleep at night. He sang in the church choir. He sang in a barbershop quartet. He was sought after as a soloist for all the weddings and funerals in our Lutheran congregation. He had a song for every occasion, every joy, every heartache. He felt his voice was a gift from God. Through singing, he expressed his robust love of life and his deep Christian faith. For him, music was truly a way to worship. As I was growing up, our house was full of other music as well. The radio was usually broadcasting country western tunes. We faithfully watched Lawrence Welk on television. And it was a special treat when Joe Holacek, an old friend of my grandfather's, would bring over his accordion, and my parents would roll up the rug in the dining room so everyone could dance to the polka to Joe's oompa music. Folk music, hootenannies, if you're old enough to remember what those were, the Beatles, rock and roll, all accompanied my teen years. When I met my husband, Steve, it was rhythm and blues and jazz. Regardless of the genre or venue, music always felt like a special invitation to community, a shared experience with others, whether I was singer, musician, or listener. It was in the process of learning to play the pipe organ that I was first exposed to classical music and Johann Sebastian Bach. Good German Lutheran that he was, Bach's music not only filled the hymnal, it filled me with joy. At the Lutheran college I attended, I continued with organ lessons for a time. I loved sitting alone in a practice room on campus with a pipe organ where I could literally pull out all the stops and play Bach, Mozart, and Beethoven to my heart's content. When my instructor wanted me to start playing for church services, my performance anxiety got the better of me and I stopped taking lessons. But by then I was hooked. I had learned that music was not only an invitation to community, it was also a deeply satisfying inward journey, a connection to a mystery beyond human constraints. And while our focus today is on classical music, I think the same kind of connection is true for just about any musical genre. In my 20s, I was lucky enough to have an older friend who introduced me to the symphony and the opera. Sheila's knowledge of and love of classical music of all kinds was infectious. We spent many happy hours together attending symphony concerts, choral performances, singing Handel's Messiah every Christmas, and going to the San Francisco Opera. I will always remember the first time I went to the opera with her. I was completely awestruck. It took my breath away. It was like seeing all the drama and passion of human existence being sung to life by divine singers in fabulous costumes, accompanied by an amazing orchestra. I was transported by one of the pinnacles of musical experience. You know, it is really astonishing when you stop to think about the many millions of things and thousands of people that have had to come together over centuries to bring into existence a pipe organ, an orchestra, a string quartet, an opera, beginning with harvesting just the right wood and mining just the right metal for the skilled craftsmen to construct all the different instruments for just the right unique sounds. Brilliant composers writing sublime music for all those vastly different instruments and voices. Musicians and singers and conductors training for years to perform that music flawlessly together as if they were a single living, breathing entity, and an audience listening with rapt attention as their spirits soar with the music. As we listen deeply to the beauty and harmony that are created, our hearts are opened and we are transformed. We become one with the miraculous human endeavor called music. Music is worship indeed.